Hello everyone, welcome back to Harvester.
Yes, in the last episode we started this crazy adventure, and in this episode Adam's gonna hit his keyboard.
I dropped it by accident. Okay, so in this episode we're going to continue to explore around the town a bit, and right now we're meeting... Ignore the sound of bees, it will make sense in a second.
It won't make sense. It never makes sense. This game is hell. We're
going to be exploring the town a bit more, and we're going to, I think, be taking care of like the whole right side of the town, basically.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp Woman.
Oh, how could I forget?
Actually, there is a good reason why you could forget this character.
Yeah?
She doesn't do anything. I think this is the only character in the game who isn't even part of, like, a minor puzzle. She's just here. She talks about wasps a lot. And she talks about the politics of honey. She has a lot to say about wasps for some reason.
Yeah, this is if you guys can't tell at this point, this game be strange.
Yeah, this is a very peculiar game. But I just appreciate that there are some characters in this game that amount to nothing and they're just there for, like, world building.
Alright, let's observe what this woman has in her house.
Wasps.
She's a picture of a wasp, some piles of dirt everywhere.
Those are wasp nests.
Wasp nests everywhere.
Yeah. The only thing of note about this woman is that if you kill her, she'll fall over and you'll notice that her bottom half is actually like a wasp bottom half.
You can't see that because she's in a chair.
Yeah, I didn't show that off. I kind of wish I did in hindsight, but yeah.
Go look it up. You're on
also,
the internet
I just
right
noticed,
now.
look at the monitor capture. I was recording Damball yesterday.
Oh. There we go.
And it has Harvester logos in its eyes.
What a sellout.
What do you mean, what a sellout? It's its own project.
God, they sold out to the home harvester, they sold out to the lodge.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests, and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely.
We're back to this again.
Wasps. Oh yeah, it does repeat cutscenes. Yeah.
You mean it's waspinator?
Wasps. That's a weird word to say.
Wasps.
Aaron, I was thinking at I was out yesterday and I actually thought of something. You know what would be a really fun and easy cosplay to do?
What?
Steve,
I was thinking like, oh, I should do a Mike Dawson cosplay.
you should do Aaron. We could be the adventure game heroes if we go to like PortCon next year.
Mike Dawson and Steve.
You'd be Mike Dawson. I'd be Steve from Harvester.
Let's see. I'll bring a ring for
You
ring
gotta
toss.
bring a ring. You gotta bring a ring toss ring.
What do you gotta bring? Extra shirts.
I'd probably bring, oh man, very late in, there's this weapon called like the Harvest Blade. I'd probably just make one of those out of like cardboard or something.
The simplest cosplays.
You know, the crazy thing is, I don't think I own a single checkered shirt or pair of jeans.
Oh no.
So I had to drop off Goodwill real quick.
But the very most important part of their costumes is getting their stance right. So this is the...
I'm gonna walk over hunched over all day.
Just stand like that.
I wonder if anyone would recognize that.
I don't know.
Because it's just a dude with chains.
It'll be a weird pull, but like, people may recognize it.
People might recognize the weapon and that be it.
An act of love.
Where text boxes keep on appearing to talk to her.
How the text box work in this game is when you walk up to someone, you get like a list of options, and if you talk to them or press any of those options, more options might open up or more options might go away. There's like 10 or so things a lot of these NPCs can talk about, and it's typically just like a few paragraphs of voice-acted dialogue.
Sympathetic to the masses.
If she is a wasp bottom half right now, that means our main boy, he's staring at that and not reacting.
It's a third-person game, so like we're gonna see it anyway.
But like, and that how he's doing that, just looking out.
Let's talk about play. Okay, we're done here. I don't even think you can really examine much in here. A rather colorful picture of a wasp.
Good to know, thank you.
Yeah, that is a nest. I always forget their nests are like paper messes like that. Okay.
Alright, and off we go.
Alright, next is the Johnson. Oh, I forgot something. One moment. Aaron, you talk about Mr. Johnson while I grab my phone, because I forgot to open IMDb.
Other than having no memory.
Do you remember this guy?
Oh, everything just sounds like vaguely familiar.
This is the guy who talks about his Tucker.
Okay.
Yeah. I also love his voice, too. This is the only character whose IMDb page actually has a picture for it.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how important he is.
This is Robert Crawley as Mr. Johnson.
Oh, who was we gotta figure out the wasp lady,
One
too.
moment.
When he's talking about meat, too. It's an epidemic.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
This guy has been in movies as early as, like, 2010. I've never heard of any of them, but, like, The Wayside, Divine Souls, Prison Break. Mostly minor roles, but yeah, he's done some stuff. Like, I can't believe that Mr. Johnson went on to do the most out of anyone in this cast.
The one person to come out of this, like, this talent garbage fire.
Yeah, this guy is obsessed with his car. He talks like he kind of talks like a pervert a lot of the time, and that's pretty much all there is about him.
Video games are weird, guys.
I can't find the credit for the Wasp Woman. Maybe she's under a different name or something.
Would you put your actual name in this?
Oh, whatever.
Maybe she just showed up on set one day. And that's why she doesn't have a role in the game. She showed up on set and wouldn't leave unless they put her in the game somehow.
It's a self-insert.
This is my OC. She's very powerful. She really likes bees, and she can
Wasps. There's a difference.
She can master any martial art, but the thing is, she just doesn't like broccoli.
Can you wrap your thighs around it? Or rake bloody gashes in its back with your painted, hollowed fingernails? Edna! Edna! So, how's Steph?
So anyway.
This guy is actually pretty good as far as he may be one of my favorite actors in this game, actually.
Don't have anything to do.
I need to actually watch more stuff this guy is in, because he seems to be... He's good at enunciating.
Well, for all that stuff you saw, it looks like minor roles, so
yeah.
maybe he's just a background character who's really into his background roles.
Believe you me, I'd drive you around. And I wouldn't look in the back seat. I guarantee it. Though, if you'd like to come up front and take the wheel a while...
A wheel.
He wants us to take the car... I mean, he wants to drive us and Stephanie around in the back of his Tucker.
I'm afraid what he does in that Tucker.
He is obsessed with the Tucker. He talks about it all the time. He talks about maintaining it all the time. I actually looked this up. A Tucker is an actual vehicle that existed around this time, and it was kind of expensive, which it kind of explains why he's so obsessed with it. I think it's like one of those import cars that's a lot of money. Something kind of odd, though, that you don't learn this until very late in, but in a very late cutscene with Stephanie, she mentions that every car she's seen drive by is a Tucker.
Because this game is a hellscape.
Yeah. In fact, I think there's like one other map in the game that has cars on it, and all of them are Tuckers, just different colors. So I don't know what that had, like, I don't know what kind of...
Hey, get on a game theory.
I have an actual theory as to why this is, but it requires endgame spoilers.
Yeah, we'll do our theory video later.
Yeah. I might actually make a video about this game one day talking about the symbolism, because it is really interesting.
It's a deep game.
Cemetery we'll come back to later.
Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
Zoop, gotta go fast.
Alright, so now for the church.
Walk straight across that grass.
Examine the harvest symbol, by the way, because it has a very interesting description. The hideous symbol stands out like a swastika or a flattened spider.
Yeah.
The only two things it could be.
Or two...
I forgot that this game even mentioned World War II, but given the time period... This was hot off the... This was like right after... World War II was 40s, right? I think it was.
Oh, when does this game take place again? 60s?
The 50s.
Oh, 50s.
50s.
Yeah, so
I'm surprised there are more references to the Cold War than World War II. He's holding a scythe in one hand and ethereal power in the other.
You know, what normal people do.
Lectern is not a word you see that often.
Alright, away we go.
There's a man in that casket.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me.
Alright. Now, you ready for the first kind of gory part of the game?
Guys, better get ready.
Kids, close your eyes.
Go on, kiddos. There we go.
Yep. So, this is Mr. Mortiham. He owns the church and a hotel and does this all day.
Where are the hotel people going?
Stephen.
Oh, look at this beautiful man.
I forgot he has a first name.
Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I love that every actor words it like that, no matter how serious they are.
You always were a kidder, Steve.
Memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved.
I also love how, like, every voice actor says things like bake sale in their just normal
I
tone
gotta
as
go
well.
to the bake sale.
Alright, how'd you spell this guy's name again? I'm trying to find his IMDb.
Oh, God.
Mortiham?
Yeah, it's a pun, get it? Because he works at a morgue.
I actually can't find his credit. Man, I should have put all these in order ahead of time.
Then
I feel like we'll be here for a while.
I forgot just how many characters were in this. Were in this.
We're in this perfect game.
Number of these hobos die while passing through.
You know, this is just a very uncleanly room. How did you get blood on the ceiling? God, or like
Okay.
just close to this.
That's your question.
It gets weirder. So this is like the only question I could possibly ask right now. The sink is overflowing with viscera. You got a bloody stump on the table.
Aaron.
What?
Order of the Harvest Moon.
Steven's little baby sister has a credit.
Oh God.
I'm loving this page so much.
Oh, we'll get to the baby sooner or
And
later.
her only role is in Harvester. Hey, when I was 1, I played a role in a small indie title. You might have heard of it.
You know, Harvester. Rather not say what happens.
Dogs.
why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in
Moynihan.
Harvest,
Moynihan.
the lodge is the most
Moynihan.
prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join.
Good job leaving the
And
pointer
join you
stick on the
must
text
to attain
box.
wisdom.
I didn't
What
really
kind
know
of
what I
wisdom?
put it.
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you.
Fake sales the question again.
Okay, so Mr. Mortiham, he's like a morgue worker. He works with dead bodies a lot. He talks about how there are a lot of incidents where like homeless people wander into town and then just drop dead. Surprisingly, you don't learn much about this by the end of the game.
Yeah, this game has a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah. And it's his job to collect all the bodies and then bury them. However, he needs money to do that, so he's holding a bake sale with the PTA moms.
Oh, that's where he's putting all the dead bodies and
Yeah.
the bake sale food.
That's what I don't think that's what's going on. That's basically what That's basically what your mom is cooking cookies for, the bake sale.
Gotta go to the dead body bake sale.
Kind of weird is that it's your mother states that she's just baking cookies and then throwing them away up until the bake sale. I forgot if she said that already. Look how happy he is.
Oh, he's so glad.
I forgot if she's mentioned that already, but she does at some point.
It's like a weird, it's symbolism, like a weird 50s housewife thing. Cookies! Bye.
Bye!
Gotta go! Oh, you always were a kidder, Steve. Gotta go!
Now, there's some glue right there. Astro glue. And I just love this conversation. He needs it for his work.
I need the glue.
He will not give it to you unless you give him something in exchange.
I gotta glue those hobos back together somehow.
Like, it's almost kind of humorous how much he obsesses over how much he needs this glue.
Yeah, if you can't, like, a lot of these characters have just, like, this one weird thing.
He wants something significant. Aaron, we're not gonna get that glue until the second to last day.
It's his glue. What are you gonna glue about it? Oh, striding towards the camera.
Now down here, this hotel I very rarely see Let's Players visit. And I'm assuming why is because they're on relatively similar parts of the map, so I'm assuming most people think they're the same building or something. And it's also owned by this guy. Wait, who's that? Who's in that picture up there?
It's my twin brother. Oh, which...
That looks like a YouTuber. Just
That one?
No. The guy in the image right under the text box. You'll see when you see it.
Maybe this game just time travels?
You
Bye!
can't even talk of him about much here. What?
They're spouting gibberish.
Is that Pro Jared?
It looks like someone from Normal Boots.
The company of the
You can't even examine it. It must be like a dev or something. You know, you can kill every NPC in this game. If you kill Mr. Mortaham, it plays a special cutscene where he falls eye first on his knife that he pulls on you when you attack him.
Probably in all the bloody detail too, because this game loves that.
This
Spoilers.
game loves its bloody detail, yeah.
Spoilers, guys. It's gonna get bloody sooner or later.
Alright, next is the...
Or you're gonna...
I'm kind of putting the fire station off. Let's just say that.
Let's visit this beautiful town.
Yeah. Now, here's where I think the first puzzle of the game is. I forgot if I do it right now, if we just go talk to more people. The newspaper building burnt down.
And he's just collecting the newspapers.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, so in the ashes, there's a shovel. You need to use the shovel on the ashes, and there's something in there. There's a couple things. You need to pick up both of them.
Bake.
It's just a piece of paper that says bake, and yes, that is important.
Make sale.
Yeah, so it's a bake sale flyer. And you pick that up, and underneath that is a button for a post office worker.
I wonder where we're gonna break into later. I love the best part about like old adventure games is so take something that a normal person would do, then do it in a way that no normal person would do it in.
Yeah.
We're going to the fire station.
Oh,
already.
yes, we are.
Please excuse the mess. They've done wonders with the upstairs bedroom, but this garage defies color coordination.
So who's ready for gay fireman stereotypes?
Me, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Example. All right, so
Saliva is foaming from the beaky mouth.
that's a very friendly dog
Okay.
for like his description.
Now, I have a question. Can someone please explain the gay fireman stereotype to me?
Don't bother me, I'm sketching. Oh, look what you made me do!
They're flaming.
Oh my goodness, Aaron. Oh my goodness, I don't converse on the job. Like, this isn't the first time I've seen this. I think Family Guy did the gay fireman thing too, and I've never understood the stereotype.
Write your theories in the comments below.
I love this part. After this cutscene, that's a separate cutscene that had to load. A half-a-second clip of the dog licking its lips. This is Nick Schaffner as Fireman Sparky, a role that he can't be proud of anymore. Let's just say that.
Don't be silly. Everyone thinks it's amnesia kick at the scream. Well, you always were a kidder thief.
Every character words it like that, and I love that.
Insert the kidder count.
The kidder count. Nah, I feel like someone must have done something like that already. There's going to be a recurring editing theme you'll see later on.
Forcing the memes. Very good.
Well, don't tell any of the others.
Now these guys, it's implied that they just stay around here all day and paint this nude model who isn't actually nude.
Sounds like the dream job.
They're surprisingly good at their job, but they're really obsessed with like art and colors.
The entire rainbow.
They talk a lot about color theory. You know, Harvester is surprising. Yeah, that's what he's painting. Isn't that beautiful?
This is my good art.
Aaron, that's the thumbnail. I should make that the thumbnail.
Have you guys checked out my DeviantArt? It's just that picture.
I wonder what would happen if I screen cap that and upload it to my DeviantArt. How would people react?
You don't know unless you try. There he is again. Good boy.
You know, every time I see a dog in a 90s product, I get a little sad because that dog is probably not around anymore.
Yeah, but we can just think about it as the present.
Fire hose, or a fireman beating down a blazing door. So what if we're drawing a nude man? So what if all we ever draw is a nude man, or the same nude man over and over in all sorts of provocative positions? Context, not content. Process, not subject. Don't be so ghosty. It's beneath you.
That actually sounds like me when I talk about art. Like, I'm not gonna...
Think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly. Art enriches the community, Steve.
Okay, yeah.
I'm starting to get to repeat dialogue. Waspmas is in there because they say that they had to give her a safety citation.
Yeah, because of all the wasps.
Of all the wasps' nests.
The wasps. Police.
As far as I know, the fire...
I like how they wrote it out like that.
Leave it at that.
Police.
Now don't you go moving.
See, he's not nude. Wait, why was that a cutscene? It didn't move at all.
He's a very good model.
He's a very good model. That was actually 60 frames per second.
Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, just the other day we cited Tetsuo Crumb for fire code violations.
Why is her name Tetsuum Crumb? That sounds like a Harry Potter character.
Yeah, it sounds like a Roald Dahl or Harry Potter.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl. Or like Harry Potter series. I love when names get ridiculous like that. That whinge, look at him.
I love the faces.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I think you can only talk to him once, and then he just goes painting for the rest of the game. That guy freaks me out.
He doesn't move his mouth when he says...
He doesn't move anything.
That's my theory. He doesn't move his mouth when he says that. He talks to you telepathically.
There is a character in this game who talks with you telepathically.
Are you guys surprised about that?
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
I'm going to the police station later. Oh, I like this place a lot, actually.
Edna's Diner.
Characters call it DNA's Diner because the E is out. Yeah. Which is kind of funny, actually. I love small jokes like that between characters like this.
What are you doing, sneaking up on me like that? God, for a second I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
So this is Roxanne Loveseth as Edna Fitzpatrick, and she may be one of my favorite characters in the game. She's probably the most down-to-earth character in this entire town.
Which is insane.
And I think she's the only mother who isn't played by Mary Allen.
You always were a kidder, Steve.
Yeah.
Faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick.
Oh, they capitalize heaven. That's so good. I see so many, like, I don't know. As someone who grew up in a Christian family, it bothers me when they don't capitalize words like that, because you're kind of supposed to when you talk about it in that context.
Place, kinda.
What?
It's a place.
Yeah. It's a location.
There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Were those two more pictures? Wait, is that Karen?
Okay. So the girl on the left is Karen. That's Edna's daughter. She's played by Regan Wallace. I think that's how you say that. Yeah. And she also has an IMDb picture where she's like 20 now.
Yeah. So she's
so again, this was the 90s. She played in Malcolm in the Middle.
She was in That's So Raven in a Hellraiser movie.
Hellraiser.
Mr. Johnson has a like.
Dude, like she's been doing a lot since this game. Oh my goodness.
Who's she in That's So Raven?
CSI. I've never seen that show.
Neither have I, but like
a character named Jennifer. Is that an important character?
I haven't seen That's So Raven either, but it's
Deep in the Heart. Oh my goodness, Karen. I didn't expect the kid in the corner of the room to be in
How did you
to be one of the most successful actors in this entire game. She's not half bad for a child actor either.
Yeah.
She does have a few cutscenes in this game.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he use the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his scythe when the wheat ripens.
What? Wait, what? I forgot about that line.
Kill or be killed. It is
This is-
a dog-eat-dog world.
This is a very kill or be killed kind of town.
He gains his soul and loses the world. You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late.
Okay.
Edna?
Steve. What happened? Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
Oh, I forgot about this. She goes in like this tangent. That tangent, it's kind of feels like she went on a trance or something, which I don't think is ever really brought up again. I don't think she ever does that again. That's kind of weird. She's talking about a guy called Postmaster Boyle. We'll meet him later. I really like his voice actor in particular.
Though what it might be, I can't imagine.
Like, I don't know, Edna is just really down to earth and just kind of understands exactly what you're going through, even if she doesn't believe your amnesia stuff.
I mean, you always were a kidder, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve.
You know, I love how every person in this town knows us well enough to know that we always were a kidder.
Yeah, perfectly.
And I don't just say that because he's my most regular customer. Every single day, rain or shine, he comes in here.
Man, I should have gone to this place last. We don't know who Dwayne is either yet.
Oh, but that's, well, we're building up to him. We're building up to all of them.
He's the main sheriff of the town.
Yeah.
In fact, many points you can actually find him in this diner. She stated that he's a regular. Probably the only regular given the actual population of this town, but... And, oh, by the way, one of the first puzzles in this game requires the sheriff to actually be here. If you want to get a move on right away,
He seems to get along with Sheriff Dwayne better.
I forgot where you need to get money.
than just about anyone.
You need to get money somewhere. I don't know if I have it in my inventory yet. Go to the general store, buy a porn magazine, and then wait for, yes, I did just say
I
that.
know.
Wait for the sheriff to be here and then go to the police station. If you want to just get a move on, although, like I just said, I kind of enjoy just walking around talking to people when I first start. Oh, here's where I go kind of out of order a bit, by the way.
There we go. That
Alright, so
fade.
there's a cake cover right there, and I accidentally steal the cake cover and put it in my inventory.
Damn it.
Well, that didn't work. That didn't work.
So the cake cover is absolutely required to beat this game, although you're not supposed to pick it up until much later, and kind of like with the tampons, I thought this was going to screw me over, but it didn't. I tried to give it back, but she doesn't want it now. Like, I was just really worried. You also need to open this drawer and take this screwdriver. There are...
This town is a bit screwy.
There are two different types of screwdrivers in the game for whatever reason, and both of them unlock different things.
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
We'll see you guys next time.
See you folks later. See you folks later in part 3.